Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of a Doki Doki Literature Club playthrough. I'm Mr. Panda.
And I'm Roxstar!
Here from Manly Battleships to entertain you for a short amount of time, a long amount of time. Hopefully you've been with us the whole time, and if not, you're just joining us. Strap in, because I hear that this episode is going to be particularly exciting. So when we left off, we were on this screen here, and I was left with a choice. In a scenario where I'm walking Sayori home, and Yuri's like, oh, well, I guess you should voice that, shouldn't you? That's not how Yuri sounds at all. Walk home with me, Panda.
Walk home with me, Panda.
What would I do? Asks Sayori. I've given this a lot of thought, because this is exactly where we left off on this cliffhanger of a moment. And I've been giving it a lot of thought, thinking about, well, as a godly man, what should I do when this immodest harlot asks me this question?
Well, which immodest harlot are you going for?
See, Yuri's not an immodest harlot, she's just a horror fiend, which, in game terms, is equivalent to worshipping the devil. So the choice is really obvious. Despite her immodesty, immodest harlots can be saved. So, I would still walk home with Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri?
But, she's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Panda. You think about me too much sometimes.
I don't think about you at all. I got a much more godly agenda than you.
Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so...
Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh, more poems for the Lord!
Gotta choose new words.
Well, we'll try. I don't remember what I even did last time, so we're just going to go for the things that are godly.
Essence of the Lord.
Alright, maybe I should have just done this before. Try to do something like a theme, and keep consistent as much as possible. So in this one, we're going to talk about the wrath of God that will be visited upon these harlots, and immodest people, and Satanists. Also, godless lowlies.
Okay.
So, the wrath of God is coming. So, when I think of the wrath of God, what's going to be in store for these girls at the end of their days when they go before the throne of the Lord? Well, as you said, the essence of the Lord will be present. And there will be tears and wailing and gnashing of teeth. There will be no cheer and no puppies in hell.
It will be blissful.
That will be the opposite of blissful if we are anything approaching what hell is supposed to be.
Fine.
Frightening! A graveyard for their souls! There will be anger!
It's destiny.
It's not destiny, because they could turn from their meager ways.
Okay. It will be a
whirlwind of punishment! And it'll be dark!
There'll be disarray!
No, it'll be Doki Doki hell!
What?
Doki Doki punishment.
Disown? Because God disowns them?
Yes. This is good work. A
Unending.
parfait of punishment! With strawberries! Because strawberries suck! God hates strawberries. They are neither made of straw, nor are they berries.
Okay.
They're fake berries.
Horror.
There's nothing but horror in hell. Hey, we're already halfway through. Excellent. Eternity in hell!
Fester?
Festering is definitely a good one. Let's see. In this day and age, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing more hellish
than emails?
Than emails. Chain emails. And every time your boss hits reply to all, it's an inferno! With wrath of God. You'll be miserable.
Pain.
Pain. And finally, the thing to set off the wrath of God that will be punishment upon these women, it will be unrestrained. See? That wasn't hard.
Aw, man. I'm the last one here again.
Don't worry, I just walked in too.
Were you practicing the piano again? Yeah.
Was it a vibrating piano?
Is that why she's blushing?
I am not sure. Monica's the closest thing to a godly woman in this damn school.
You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club, and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you just complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah.
Godless lowly.
I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where you get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food.
You sound a little bit like Sayori all of a sudden.
Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? Eh, I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean, you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon-ika.
Ugh. Ugh. Puns in an English game?
Eh?
Look, it's the pop pose, but she's flustered instead this time. All right, sorry.
That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation.
Agreed.
Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me.
Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. I guess it's more like, hey, Sayori.
Eh?
You're spacing out again.
Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Huh? Is everything alright?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things.
Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see?
Sayori shows me a big smile.
Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone.
Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk.
Panda, what's up?
Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?
Anything up with her? In what way do you mean?
Maybe I'm reading a little too much. Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today.
Oh, you think so?
That's what I just said.
I can't say I've noticed anything about her.
Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk.
Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Panda. You certainly know her a lot better than I do.
Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her, but this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now.
No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Eh? Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest.
Person of interest? What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Panda.
Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know?
Eh?
She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her.
Where none was before. What? No way! Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been.
You're so funny, Panda. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful because that's how she is when she's around you?
Bing! No. Lack of light bulb in the character's head.
Ah, I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyways?
A lot more than you let on, you meta-reading...
I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget what I said.
How?
I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Ah. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? I know it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika.
Okay, everyone.
After some time passes, Monika calls out into the club room. Man, I can't speak today.
Why don't we share our poems now?
Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. This is starting to feel a little bit like Endless 8. Like, if I end up with 8 poems, I'm going to be a little upset. Who should I show my poem to first? Alright, this time we're going to start with the least heathenistic of all of these women, Monika.
Hi, Panda. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Uh-huh. Anyways, let's look at today's poem.
Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
Great job, Panda! I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical.
Yeah, for punishment!
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep.
Deep as the depths of the abyss, woman. Turn from your evil ways.
I guess I underestimated you.
You did! It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness.
I literally used all the words I could think of to represent punishment. What is so hard to grasp? There's no metaphors. There was like one metaphor. Whirlwind. Everything else was literal.
Email?
Literal. Email is literally hell. Alright, that's obviously not. That's technically a metaphor. But people using the word literally to mean a metaphor is hell. Metaphorically. Hyperbolically.
You just did it. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright?
Alright.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilit sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and the forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I could speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back, afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too
Not to get too philosophical or anything.
But it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Sure, I can say that, but not philosophical.
Yeah, right?
Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised?
Not really. You're all depressed, lost from the sight of God. True happiness is inborn from the light of the Lord.
Yes, I know. I mean, if everything was okay, we would...
We wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures.
I think you know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid that it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into.
She knows. She knows!
She knows what, Panda?
Watch and subscribe, everybody! We provide excellent programming here at Manly Battleships at manlybattleships.org, on Twitter at manlybats, and on Facebook at facebook.com/manlybattleships.
Were you just waiting to shove that in somewhere in the play?
No, I had no idea this was happening. I've literally never played this before. How many times do I have to let you know that? I have no idea what's going on. Alright.
But if you find other people who enjoy writing and then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening.
Oh boy. Alright, let's go ahead and tackle... Let's go with Natsuki.
The lowly. This one's alright.
Alright?
Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's, anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit.
Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems, anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me?
Eh? No! Gross! It's not like I care.
It's not like I like you anyway. Taka! I'm sorry. It's not like I like you anyway. Baka! Enough.
It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure that you're not slacking off.
Really? Well, what if you ended up scaring me away?
That's, it's not like you would actually do that.
Yeah, you're right. Gotta try to save some souls here. And or condemn them to hell. I will be the Grand Inquisitor. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Good. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach.
Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all.
I was just joking.
Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too.
How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki.
Anyway.
Natsuki holds up her poem to me like nothing ever happened. Even happened.
I'll be your beach.
Wow! Talk about lack of propriety!
Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams, and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach.
Sunburn! Jellyfish!
Sand?
It's dry and coarse and gets into everything! Naked fat people.
Oh, okay, we can move on now.
So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the message later?
Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it, or whatever. You can really see her doing that, too. Making us write about a simple topic and then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up kind of being metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice.
Who should I show my poem to next? Well, let's get on with Yuri. What did I do?
Just click on the screen again. Panda! This is wonderful! I can feel the emotion you poured into it.
Can you? Oh, can you? Can you feel it? The depths of my...
Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Can you feel the burning sense of righteous hatred in my belly?
Oh, boy.
Coming forth like bile to consume you in the fires of righteousness. I think she knows.
Is this the result of trying what I suggested yesterday?
Yeah, I guess so. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more feeling. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid. But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? For some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. Yuri? Yuri smiles sadly.
Panda, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all.
People say that about you?
I'm not a know-it-all, Panda. It's the opposite. I don't know anything.
Okay, Jon Snow.
I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write.
Just like Microsoft Windows.
But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what I was missing.
I don't have an improvisation voice for Yuri.
That I understood what was missing all this time.
But I haven't really done anything.
No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Panda. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. That's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy.
I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. That's a lie. And I would say that I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you?
If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we?
Yuri puts her head in her hands. But this time, she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem?
Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Beach. A marvel... That's a marvel, right?
Yes.
Millions of... Sure, a marvel millions?
A marvel, millions of years in the making.
Okay, a marvel, a million years in the making. Where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. What? I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with her script. Under a clear blue sky.
Alright, let's start over.
Beach. A marvel millions of the...
Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making. Where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface.
Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss.
You want to try one more time?
No, you are keeping that!
Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making. Where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Actually, I don't even know if that's the word. I really don't.
I think it's I'm pretty sure it's chaotically. Yes.
Yeah, it's chaotically.
Chaotically meets the surface.
That's official improvisation of Yuri from now on. I guess.
Okay, well I'm gonna start under a clear blue sky.
Yeah, I think that's just necessary at this point.
Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in, where one is everything, is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will the sudden wave send you crashing down in a blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish in the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to a road at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore.
Foamy tendrils. Foamy tendrils.
I don't think we should linger on this poem much longer.
No, clearly.
I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it.
Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it.
She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles, or thought processes. Anyways, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while.
Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing.
I think she's very cocky.
A little bit. So, you gonna be able to handle this one okay?
Yes, I'll be fine with Sayori. I trust
Sayori! Alright, immodest harlot, what do you have for me?
It's nice, I guess.
Come on, I can already tell you don't like it.
Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you?
Oh, Sayori, if only you understood.
Probably Yuri.
Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically.
Maybe. But that's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club?
Well, of course I am.
Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Panda.
Sayori, is there something wrong?
Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Uh-huh.
Alright. Just tell me if you need anything.
I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now.
If you insist.
Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today.
Sayori?
Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself.
Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Ooh. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
Oh boy. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here.
It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost as if everyone's balance is thrown off a little bit when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on.
She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early.
Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey.
No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayuri. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it.
Oh?
That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people?
Oh, calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival's preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes.
Go figure.
But we may need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too?
Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayuri enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? You should make some banners and decorations and to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere.
I also like a well-balanced inhalation of oxygen, nitrogen, and other random gases. See, I think that was good. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Panda.
The one who is truly useless.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that.
Ah, that's... Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that?
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's gonna give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway.
Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Panda may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Panda to... What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Panda to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Panda, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Ah, of course.
Very well. In that case...
Everyone looks straight at me. Damn it!
For next time?
We've come to a point of crisis. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will leave you here for next time. From Mr. Panda...
Did you forget your own name?
I forgot my own name! Don't you understand? I'm filled with the burning passion of a crusader! I have to decide how best to serve God in this choice, and I don't know what to do. I must pray, and therefore we must break. So, from Mr. Panda...
And Roxstar!
Here at Manly Battleships, we wish you good day and good night. Bye-bye!